Hi one, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, what we are learning as of late is that the only place that William Ruto can go to and start his lies is just Mount Kenya. Whatever he's trying to sell in Mount Kenya as of late is not something he can even dare to go and tell people in Eldoret, his hometown. He can never sell this one in Rift Valley. But it seems the only place to go, Mount Kenya. Yani Ruto ameleta madhara wengine ya ajabu kwa watu wa Mount Kenya. And the kind of cheap lies that is advancing there. If people are going to buy into this in Mount Kenya, then it will be very clear that they are so much cheap, and the issue of Tugege will be realistic. Because what he said there, and of course we have talked about that one, they are total lies. But I'm sure he cannot say that one in his home county. Hiyo mambo hawezi sema Uasin Gishu. But he come and lie to the people in Mount Kenya region. So I was watching very keenly what was unfolding yesterday. Of course, William Ruto, Kimani Ichung'Wah, and Gachagwa, they attended some function somewhere. And they decided to address Kenyans. Though before that, they were at Sagana State Lodge. So I was listening to what Kimani Ichung'Wah was telling the people to understand what is he saying. But then, what attracted my attention was the people's response to what Kimani Ichung'Wah was saying. What is coming out clear is that, again, using Raila Amolo Odinga's name to advance what they have been doing earlier, it is now slippery. It's no longer selling. Because it's all about the fuel saga. So they're trying to explain to people some things. Bring in the previous regime. Talk about what they were doing. And now connect to what Raila Odinga is exposing. My main aim was on the response from the people. There was silence. Watu walikuwa ndio. But the response from people, mambo ingine tofauti. He tried to give names to Raila Odinga the way he normally do. Add in Mother Karua. Talk about propaganda. Talk about lies. But if you watch carefully the response from people, ni mambo tofauti. This is Mount Kenya region, where they have known to buy into lies. So they had gone there to advance their lies. But if they are careful and if they are serious, then they must listen to the intelligence. And the intelligence we are getting from Mount Kenya is that they are no longer willing to buy into lies. The response tells you that people are not happy with this government. They were not convinced. A few people were trying to respond to him. But yale mambo tumezoea kuona ama kusikia kutoka Mount Kenya, it was different. Hapana, mambo yameharibika. Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, the only noisemaker there is Kimani Ichung'Wah. And this confirms that he is making useless noise to the people. If they were in agreement with him, if they believe that what he was saying is true, it is right, it is correct, then you would hear the body language, you would see the response. There is a big no. People are wondering, what is Kimani Ichung'Wah saying? For the other time, it was saying that Deep State and Raila, they are in power because Uhuru was there and they were friends. Right now, Raila Odinga is nowhere near power. So even if you bring in the name of Raila Odinga, watu wa Mount Kenya wanaanza kushangaa. Sasa Kimani Ichung'Wah anatuambia nini? Kimani Ichung'Wah anatuambia nini? And that's why you see the response is very low. And few individuals who are just trying to shout them. Lakini watu walikuweko. But they were not in agreement with the Kimani Ichung'Wah statement. So, however they are trying to confuse, because it's no longer convincing. However they are trying to confuse people to believe that William Ruto is working so much hard to ensure that the price of fuel is favorable, friendly, and affordable. People are not buying into that. They know prices are unfriendly and unfavorable, and they are well oppressed. Very oppressed. So, they need to bring evidence, if it is they have, to counter what Raila Odinga said. Assume that it was Raila Odinga at the same venue, same time, same crowd, talking about what the government has done as far as hiking the price of fuel. Tell me, would the response be the same? Would the response be the same? I'm sure people would protest in agreement with Raila Odinga against this government by agreeing with him by responding so loudly. Haitakuwa same. Kimani Ichung'Wah ajue hivyo. Pea tu Raila Odinga the same audience. Weka Kimani Ichung'Wah kando. Raila aanza to expose what he said. Then you tell me, itakuwa gloomy and so silent like that. Or people are going to agree with him in the kind of response so loudly. Huo ndio ukweli wa mambo. So, hii kitu hata kama umeona watu wa Mount Kenya region wamekuwa wajinga kwa kiasi ya kwamba unaweza wadanganya wakati wowote. Na kama unakuwadanganya, you confuse them. Uwachanganye. Ukishindwa kudanganya unaanza kuchanganya. So hata kama ni watu wa kuchanganya wachanganyikiwe. This time round walikataa kuchanganyikiwa. Wanamwangalia tu. Yeye anasema wanamwangalia tu. Ni kama wanasema maliza uende, na siku nyingine asipochunga, this will turn into heckling. Itakuwa heckling. Because once people will get much pissed off, the next response will be heckling. Hiyo ndio kitu imebakia. And it will not take long. Hata mwenda wazimu ameanza kuwa na akili ya kuona, kusikia na kuelewa. Even mad people are aware that this government is the worst. Hata walemavu wa mawazo wanajua hii serikali ni bovu zaidi, na sasa wameanza mambo ya kuchanganya watu kwa sababu wameshindwa mambo ya to convince people. So that was the situation. Ruto hako hapo, Kimani Ichung'Wah anapiga kelele yake. But we know them. They don't listen. They don't care. So they will not be worried even about the intelligence that people are not with them. They will just continue with what they are doing. Mpaka siku wataisikia kwa mwili. Na siku ya kusikia hii mambo kwa mwili ni siku wataona ya kwamba from nowhere they're just dreaming. Wanaonea tu president kwa kio ya mbao. Wanaonea tu kwa vio sasa. That is the time they will wake up. But as of now, for them everything is normal, and the only thing they work on is to counter anything, even if it is true. They work more on how to convince and confuse people. Hiyo ndio kitu wanafanyia kazi zaidi. They put more resources on countering narratives rather than working for the people. So imagine people are spending the whole week to answer a statement that was issued in 1 hour. You use 1 week to counter a 1 hour statement. Na Azimio ikiamua ku advance this thing, itakuwa namna gani? And the response is clear, is rejection. Silence means a lot. And that is not good for William Ruto, nor Kimani Ichung'Wah, nor Gachagwa, as far as the politics of Mount Kenya is concerned.